Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and this is Mamata. Guys, I want to share my English learning experience, my experience of learning a language. This is what I want to share with all of you guys, and it is so interesting because I used to be very poor at English. And why I started learning this language? Because I had a dream of speaking in English. When I used to see people who are speaking in English, I used to dream, oh my god, when I will speak like them. Oh yeah, it's so funny. It's so crazy as I used to feel. Then I thought I used to think I can never speak in English. Yes, because I was very poor at English. I used to get beaten in my school time. Yeah, every day, not every day, but sometimes when teacher used to test in English, used to take tests in English, then I used to be like very poor marks in English. But once I started working on my English, when I came into my 11th or 12th class, when I went into my 9th and 10th, I was poor. I started working on my grammar, and teacher used to teach, so that's how I got to know that, oh my god, I am learning a subject. I used to think like I am studying a subject that is English, but I never thought of, okay, in order to learn a language, in order to learn this English language, I will also learn these things. So I was learning unconsciously. I was learning, I could say. In school I was studying as a subject, just to get good marks. So when I came into my 12th class, I was a bit good at English. Yeah, a bit good, not too much. Teacher used to appreciate me, that look at this person. She used to be very poor at it, and she started working on it, and she is very good at it right now. I mean, like, in compared to my past, my present was good at that time, and I used to feel so happy. Wow, oh my god, what is this? Then I used to feel like, oh, wow, I'm improving, I'm learning. But I used to learn as a subject. I was not able to even understand English, but yes, a little bit I was able to understand. I can say little bit, not too much. Okay, so and I used to see videos. I used to watch videos, not see. One of my friend and I were just talking to each other. So at that time, my friend and I started talking to each other. My friend said that, what if we speak in English? I said, wow, if we speak in English, we can win the world. I mean, I don't know. That excitement was like uh, going through the roof. So, yeah. At that moment, it was so funny because I used to think I could never speak in English, but now I can speak in English. Wow, oh, it was the dream of mine to speak in English, and now I'm able to speak in English. I'm not an advanced level, but I'm not at an advanced level, but I have just been trying to work on it. I have been trying to practice it as much as I can, and I try to think a lot in English, because 24/7 I cannot speak all the time, and there is no one to speak with. So yeah, I talk to myself, I talk to the camera. Sometimes I just create the videos or something like that. I don't even think about what am I going to speak to. I just practice like that. I want you to guys do like this. If you are learning any language, whatever the language you have been trying to learn, you must practice that with yourself, with people, and anyone who you get. Just try to use a little bit. Let's say you're talking to your mom and dad, just try to use a little bit words in English. Mix English words into that. So this is how also your brain gets the gesture that you are trying to grasp the language, that you're trying to actually learn that language. So your mind will try to remember them. Oh wow, this word, that word, I can use that word here and there. Then little bit you must speak it. Okay, so when I started learning this language, when I started this learning this language, I started watching some of the videos in English, and I thought, like when I used to watch videos in English, I used to think I can never speak in this language. It's hard to understand. Even if I'm not able to understand, so how will I be able to speak this? So I kept watching, kept watching, and suddenly, I mean, little by little, I felt that, oh no, I'm able to understand it, even 10%. And gradually, when I started listening, watching content, I was not able to understand all of them. But yeah, sometimes some of the accents I was not able to understand. I used to watch miscellaneous contents like that, you can imagine. Then I started understanding this, and I thought, okay, I'm able to understand it. Why am I not able to speak then? So then I started using a little bit English, using English words, English, because I used to get a lot of exposure of English. I used to watch a lot of contents in English in my phone. So my brain used to have the habit to use English words in my Hindi or whatever the language that I speak in my mother tongue. I used to use a little bit words, one word, two words. So these words that I used to use at that time, my brain used to get the gesture. Oh, I want to understand. I want to learn this word. I want to use this word. So this is how I used to get the exposure of English. And little by little, I started using sentences, one sentence, two sentences. Sometimes I used to speak with my friend, with my kind of parents. I'm someone who loves speaking to my parents in English, and sometimes their reaction is like they don't understand. Sometimes they understand, but all the time they cannot understand everything, because I use body language with whatever I'm just been trying to say. Let's see, I want to say that I want to get that, I want to have water, can you give me 1 glass of water? So they understand these things very easily. And if I will speak a little bit tough, which cannot be expressed by your gestures, like I want to talk about any topic to them, and they have been asking anything, and if I have to explain that in English, they will not be able to understand that for sure. So yeah, little things, by using my body language, I used to just explain to them, and they used to understand it. And still now I just try to speak with them, yeah, with my sister. I just use it. I want to use it because I know it, so I want to use it. Because once you do not use, then it gets rotten and you start forgetting. Your brain wants to repeat something again and again. The more you repeat, the more your brain will understand, the more your brain will know, oh, I want to do this, I want to learn it. Oh yeah. So this is what that's why I'm telling you, let's repeat it as much as you can. Speak it at your house with your parents. Use your body language to explain things to them. Use sentences if you're not able to speak fluent in English, if you're not able to explain yourself completely in English. So use sentences. Speak one word, two words, use words in your own languages, whatever you just speak. So this is how I started, and gradually I realized, oh wow, I'm able to use sentences, 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, and I was able to speak them. Or and I used to watch a lot of videos in English. So I gotta know that if you want to practice, if you do not have anybody to practice with, so you should just create content, create videos, or speak in front of the mirror, speak to people, speak to your friend. No matter if they don't understand, it's okay, but let them know that you want to just practice, you want to just speak. So yes, and I opened up my phone camera, and I started speaking in front of my camera. Or On the other hand, I started speaking to myself when I go, like after having my food, after my dinner, and I start talking to myself. Hey Mamta, what did you do today? Mamta, what do you want to do in your future? What's the problem with you right now? Why you're not doing that? Why you procrastinate this thing? Why you don't do that? I mean, like these things I used to talk and I used to find solutions. Okay, so my mind was on solution. My mind used to think about the solutions, not the problem, actually, not the English, actually. So that's how my mind got busy to explain something into English without realizing that I'm speaking in English, because my focus was on solutions. Okay, what would be the solution of this problem? Why am I not doing this? So this what's my distraction? What is distracting me? What is stopping me from doing that? So my focus used to be on the solutions. My focus was not on English. Unconsciously, I was practicing, but I was finding solutions for my problems, and still I do it right now. I just go to the roof and I just talk to myself, then what do you want to do, how your life might be looking in the future, what takes away your peace, what makes you restless, and this question that I ask myself. Okay, so this is how I used to do that, and still I do right now. And I also started creating videos, as I have just actually been doing this in front of you guys. And I started just speaking in front of camera. I could not say that it was easy for me, because I was not able to speak. So it was a bit hard for me to speak in front of camera, because your brain goes blank completely. I could say that you'll feel like your brain went blank. You're not able to speak, because your mind does not have the ability to speak it. Your mind is not used to it. So yeah, I used to go blank, or I used to make so many mistakes, and I allow myself to make mistakes in even in my life, in my real life, in anything. I allow myself to make mistakes, because I know that whatever I learn just from my mistakes, because next time then I know that, okay, I do not have to make this mistake. So I allow myself to make mistakes. Yes, I'm here to make mistakes, to learn something. Okay, so that I can do something right. So I want you to guys, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Start it, whatever don't feel what people will say, what they are gonna think about you. They don't have that much time to think about you. Okay, they don't have time to think about it. Actually, I would say they will forget it within 1 hour, within 2 hours, within a day. They will forget about you. Okay, so don't let them stop you from the things that you want to do into your life. Okay, if I would have thought of that I want to learn English, I want to speak in front of camera, I want to create the content, so or what will people say to me, what they will think about me, so I would stop it. Okay, so don't let anyone stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Because of anyone, you should not be stopping yourself. You want it, so you are going to do it. That's it. Let the people go to wherever they want to go. Okay, yeah, so this is how I started practicing. Sometimes you will feel that I cannot do this, I cannot learn this, because your mind will make it so hard, because your brain does not have the habit. Okay, so you have to think, okay, little by little I will learn it. I have to be but just consistent. Every single day I have to do something or the other in English. Okay, in English you have been learning this language. So yeah, initially you don't feel comfortable, but gradually you do it. I can guarantee you that you are gonna learn it. Yeah, so that's how I used to think. And right now I feel more comfortable in this language, and still I have been working on it. Why I am comfortable in this language today? Because I have worked on it. Because in the past I felt uncomfortable in it. So I felt uncomfortable at that moment, but now I'm comfortable because I have worked on it. I was consistent. Oh, yeah. Consistency, it does not mean that every single day you will perform better, you will feel like, wow, I did it, like I made it, or I practiced it. Someday you feel like, oh, I spoke good English. Someday you feel like, oh my god, I made so many mistakes and I was not able to speak. My mind went blank. So yeah, it's very common thing. Okay, so don't let fear stop you. Don't let people stop you. Let everything go to hell and just do whatever you want to do. Okay, just work on that. Be consistent, even if you're not getting the results according to your desired kind of expectations, something like that. Okay, so yeah, that's how I gotta know, wow, if I will be consistent. So I have been improving it. Okay, so then I started practicing. I started speaking in front of camera. I started talking to myself in the mirror. I started talking to myself just alone. This is how I gotta know that this is how I can learn. And I have been learning it still, because it's endless journey, because I'm learning a language. So as much as I will learn, that much I will improve. Okay, so yeah. So guys, I hope you have learned something from this video. My goal was just to tell you, this is my experience, that in beginning you will feel frustrated, you will feel, what is this, what am I going to do it, I'm not able to do it, let it go. You will feel like, oh, let's give it up, I cannot do this. But you don't let those things stop you, and you start working, and you are consistent. You're trying every day. If you're trying every day, you're trying every day, even if you don't feel comfortable, even if you don't feel that you can, even then you try. Oh, what a person you are. Yeah, so you have been trying, trying, and consistency, you will improve, man, you will improve. Yeah, so this is my experience, that yes, initially you will feel uncomfortable, initially you will feel you cannot do this, initially you will feel like, let's give up. But even then you don't care about that, what your mind is telling you don't care about that, and you're working on that. You're working every day, you are just fighting with yourself. You don't have to fight with others, it's your fight with you. It's your fight with your mind. Your mind does not want to take pressure, and speaking in another language, it's a bit pressure to your mind, because it has to think, and thinking something that you never ever tried to think. So yeah, this is something that I want to tell you. Don't give up and be consistent. I mean, every day something or the other, speak a little bit, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and watch contents in English, or talk to yourself, talk to people, use English words, use English sentences, try to speak English paragraphs, as much as you can, as much as you can get the exposure of English, that much better you will become. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was just trying to tell you guys, and I hope you're consistent with you, and you're trying your best. You are trying your best. That's why you're watching this video, because you want, and if you want, you can. Yeah, you want it and you can do it. Okay, you have to just be consistent, no matter what your mind is telling you cannot do this, it's tough. But trust me, but gradually when you work on it, you will feel comfortable, and you will feel like it's not that much big, it's not a rocket science as I used to feel, as I used to think. Okay, yeah. So thank you very much for watching my video, guys, and let me know in the comments how was this video. And I love reading your comments. Please comment down below, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and give me some suggestions what I can do for you guys, what kind of contents you want me to create, and a lot of things. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for watching my video. Thank you, I like you. Okay, I love you too much. Okay, guys, so we'll meet again in the next video. Okay, bye, take care.